Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. Game & Pie, and this is Let's Play Sonic and Knuckles! We're gonna be playing as Sonic in this game. This takes place right after Sonic the Hedgehog 3. At the end of the last Let's Play, well, let's see here. We took down the Death Egg, and it landed back on Angel Island, even though in Sonic 3 it appeared to explode. Anyway, a quick go over the controls, just in case you haven't watched Sonic 3 yet. Sonic and Knuckles control very differently in this game. Sonic is faster and can jump higher. He gets special abilities from various shields in this game, such as the bubble shield that I'm wearing right now. Whenever I double jump, I can bounce downward. Whenever I bounce off the ground, it's actually higher than my regular jump. There are also two other shields in this game, a fire shield and an electric shield, which I'll go over the abilities of those as we get to them. Sonic also has something known as that I call an air shield, whenever you just, like that, do a double jump whenever you have no shield. It makes him temporarily invincible, and extends the area around his jump attack. This allows you to defeat certain enemies that Knuckles wouldn't be able to hit. As for Knuckles, he doesn't jump as high, but he can glide and climb on walls. He can also break through certain walls in the game, allowing him to access different paths. In fact, in the first game, Sonic and Tails, they had a couple paths that were unique to each of them, but in this game, it's much more pronounced, as Knuckles and Sonic's abilities are vastly different and allow for many different playstyles. Anyway, here we have the first mini-boss. It's very simple. If you have a fire shield, he's basically no problem. The end. There he is. And that was Mushroom Hill Zone Act 1. Now, I guess I should mention that Mushroom Hill Zone did appear in the 3DS version of Sonic Generations. The gameplay in that game is rather different, so Mushroom Hill Zone did appear rather differently in that game. However, it still had the mushrooms, it still had all these great vertical pathways, and all these great vines as... Oh, also, here we have the forest getting older for some reason as we go along. We'll see why in a little bit. And the invincibility, with the amazing invincibility music that I love so much. It actually isn't... The invincibility isn't that useful in this particular spot, but it's still nice to have. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. Here we go. So anyway, here's the fire shield. It protects you from fire attacks, whenever Sonic does his double jump, it'll launch him forward. And here we have the first of the Chaos Emerald mini-games. Just like the ones in Sonic 3, you gotta collect all the blue spheres without touching a single red sphere. Circling around a large area of blue spheres, like I did just then, will allow rings to appear. Rings aren't necessary, but will give you extra points. And also continues, which basically if you lose all your lives, a continue will give you an extra 3 lives. I won't be using any continues, but you know, it's there. I will be getting all the Chaos Emeralds. And of course, whenever you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, Sonic can turn into Super Sonic, which I'll be talking about later. Also, this game introduced those yellow spheres, which are basically springs in sphere form. Let's see here. There's gonna be more stuff around here somewhere. I just gotta find it. Ah, here we go. So yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. It's basically an extension of Sonic 3, to the point that it was actually planned on being one whole game. That is, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles combined. Which is why Sonic and Knuckles was released the way that it was, allowing you to attach Sonic 3 to the top of it, and play the combined game Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is really the entire game. What we have here as Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 are really just half games, basically. Ah, here we go. This should lead to those last 4 spheres. For some reason, I'm just getting lost. Ah, here we go. Collecting all the rings in a stage will give you a perfect. However, once you get all the blue spheres, you leave immediately. So if you created a trail of rings, But by doing so, you collected the last blue sphere, you won't be able to get those rings, so you have to account for that. I'm going to try to get perfects on all the Chaos Emeralds, but there is one Chaos Emerald, which I have a really tough time doing it. I've only done it like twice, ever, in my life. And I've been playing this game since a long time. Anyway, back into the meat of the game. Now, there are also these mole enemies. They're in these little silver silos, kind of like, jam jars of Banjo-Tooie in a sense. They throw mushrooms at you, which can knock you around some. Oh man, yeah. I pretty much know, Sonic 3 inside and out, but whenever it comes to Sonic & Knuckles, my memory is a little more fuzzy with it. You see, I didn't really grow up with this game. I got it on much later. So, while I do know some of the levels inside and out, I don't know all of them. And as such, I don't really know the best paths to get the big rings, which allow you to play these Chaos Emerald minigames. I know enough of the game that I can still get, like, I still know like 7 or 8 positions of big rings, maybe even 9. So I can certainly get all the Chaos Emeralds, it's not like that's a problem. But, I don't have as much leeway, I guess you could say. However, fortunately, I kind of stumbled across a path with a good number of Chaos Emeralds available. Now, I'm actually doing this level kind of in reverse. Normally they expect you to go the other way, but this is the way that you can go to get the perfect. Because otherwise, at one point, you would have to jump over some blue spheres, and you wouldn't be able to make the jump, and in an area where, the way that I went, I would create rings, it wouldn't create rings. It's kind of hard to explain, but I hope I got the idea across. Basically, go reverse to get the perfect. Normally I only get 1 Chaos Emerald in Mushroom Hill Zone, but it looks like I'm going to be getting 3, which is very nice. It'll give me quite a bit of leeway, quite a bit of wiggle room. So, let's move onward. There are also different regular minigames in this game, requiring different ring amounts to activate the star poles. I believe that 20 is required, well, 20 rings are required to activate one, where more are required, like more than 50 that is, are required to activate the other minigame that'll give you rings and other stuff. Nope, stop. Oh, nope, there isn't a pathway. Sometimes areas like that will give other pathways. Okay, oh my gosh! What am I even doing? Like, no, seriously, what is going on? Nope. I shouldn't have this many Chaos Emeralds right now. Wow, okay. I mean, I knew that there were a lot of Chaos Emerald minigames that I was missing in Mushroom Hill Zone, but I didn't actually expect to find them during a Let's Play. Gee whiz! Well, anyway, this Chaos Emerald minigame is kind of split into an outer path and a center. The outer path has sections like these, with the star balls around them. And it has a lot of individual blue spheres, as well as that one section where there are a ton of just open rings that you need to get the perfect. Meanwhile, the center has 2 areas with some free blue spheres, and 1 area with a bunch of blue spheres that you can turn to rings. You don't want to hit any of the gold spheres. They'll bounce you all over the place, and you'll probably end up landing on a red sphere, so just avoid them. There we go. And the pink Chaos Emerald is obtained! Wow! I'm kind of blowing my own mind here. Alrighty then, and all of a sudden, Mushroom Hill Zone is green. Everything is kind of rotting. Getting older and weaker as we go through the level. Sonic 3 didn't really have much of anything like this. The closest was, well, its first level, where everything got a transformation. This is the one Chaos Emerald that I always get, by the way. Oh no, it's this one. This is the one where I have trouble getting a perfect on it. Because you see, all of the rings are just laying about. And you have to jump into the center of all of these circles here. And it becomes progressively more difficult, of course. Mainly because of this. Yeah, you have to land and turn immediately. No leeway. Alright, I think that these are the last of the rings. Okay, no. No, they are not the last of the rings. You can tell that I don't get a perfect on this one very often. I usually don't even try, but for you viewers, I would do it. Oh my gosh. Well, that's an unexpected turn of events. Gee whiz! What the hamster is going on? I mean, normally Sonic & Knuckles is like the worst that I can possibly play in a classic Sonic game, but this is just ridiculous. Me playing good on Sonic & Knuckles? Gee whiz! What's the world come to? I've got 4 Chaos Emeralds on the first zone! I usually have 1! That's usually the first one that I get right there. This is insane! But it's a very good omen. Now let's hope that I can keep this up for the rest of the Let's Play. Anyway. Alright. So, let's see. We're about to get to kind of an interesting area, where if you hit this just right, which I didn't, it's possible to actually phase through the ceiling up there and go to a secret room with a shield and some rings and stuff. I can't make it work consistently, but it has something to do with the thing that you grab onto, having it at a certain vertical level. Anyway, here we have the boss. He's very easy. Especially because he gives you so many free hits right at the beginning. I mean, he doesn't even try to attack you, it's mostly just an obstacle course that you just have to run through at him. Very easy. Alright, now on this one I really want to stand on the edge. It does a very funny thing if you stand on the edge here. Alright. Oh man, it's a thing. Check that out. It's a giant battleship. Oh man, Robotnik, no, Sonic, you just missed him. You turned around at the wrong time. Normally he would actually change to face the direction. Anyway, I'll see you later, everybody, for Flying Battery Zone.